Hey guys, you're watching the you're watching the Devil Jokes on a podcast. I'm your host, Jamie. Yeah, today we're talking about cringy Guntubers. We have the tier list. Oh, I'll find it later. Actually, it might be in the car.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you still have the
I have the laminated one.
Why don't you want to use it?
I'll go outside and get it. Well, I don't have like little printout stickers. Anyway, we're gonna be talking about cringy Guntubers. We're gonna be putting them on a. Are we gonna do like Guntubers or like gun celebrities? I don't know. We can talk about them more later.
See, yeah, you said Guntubers when you pitched the idea.
Yeah, well, originally I pitched it as cringy Guntubers, so I was thinking like, like clearly Grantham at the bottom, Tim Kennedy at the top. But then I was like, what if it's not about cringe? It's about like just the quality. Or is Tim Kennedy even technically a Guntuber? Because then we can't roast
it. That's a different tier list. You have to choose.
Why do I have to choose?
Because you're the host, and it was your idea.
All right. So I don't like being in charge of things.
Do this together, guys.
Yeah, we'll finish the introductions, and then I'm gonna go find the laminated piece. I think it's still in the back of my plate carrier. But yeah, we're doing that, and then we're gonna talk about our experience at Iron Dagger Milsim from Third Coast Airsoft. It was pretty great.
Iron Dagger 3.
Iron Dagger 3, yeah, 3. And there's only 3 of us today, which is sad. People have lives and are busy, but unfortunately, we don't even have Sean to talk with us. Sean's not even with us today to talk about his experience at Iron Dagger 3. So big sad.
Was that his first Milsim?
Yeah. Unless has he come? I mean, yeah.
Blake, was that your first Milsim too?
Yeah.
Okay. As long as it was someone's first that's here, then we can talk about it.
Yeah, and I guess. Words. I have a migraine.
Man,
guys.
If you could talk, what would you say?
I would try to say something along the lines of, and this was like an easy Milsim to get into. Like it wasn't like super duper. Here's your like chain of command structure. I mean, it was sort of that way, but in many ways it was very loose. With that said, we were, I think, one of the kind of like, we were kind of one of the only like rogue squadron. Ew, that sounds horrible. Rogue Squadron. Star Wars references up here. But yeah, I'm Jamie. I'm your host. I own Ohana Arms, and I spent time in Ukraine fighting Russians, and I teach people to shoot, and y'all know the whole drill now. Same old. And also, I have eye problems this week. We were supposed to do a podcast last weekend, like at the end of Iron Dagger. We wanted to do one live there, but the issue was the internet was awful. So we're like, oh, we'll do it after. Well, all of us were like wounded or tired or couldn't keep our eyes open or something. My right eye was super swollen. I had like an infected toe. Everyone was just soaking wet from the whole weekend, and we were all like, yeah, we're sorry guys, but this just isn't happening. I literally was crying the entire ride home. I was driving home, and like this one eye just kept watering. I was like driving, like trying to pry it open to see. So it was quite an experience. So who's going next with intros?
I will. What's up, guys? I'm Ian. I run a company called Operator Supply, and I didn't do any of that shit. I'm just a airsoft playing, flat range LARPing, free range American.
When you say it like that, it just makes me sound way too overqualified.
For sure.
Can we see your shirt?
Oh no, this one's all fucked up. You don't want to see this one.
Oh,
Half the logo's
mine
peeling
too.
off of it.
Yeah,
That's
mine
why it
like
was the
peels.
pre-production model.
This is literally, fun fact, our first shirt we ever printed, and it's the only one that held up.
Nice.
Well, held up to standards, like, I mean, over time. Most of the other ones have failed, but yeah, anyway.
Yeah, that's why these never got sold, because it's only a few months old, and it's already fucking peeling off at the bottom.
That's worse than this one. This one's like 5 years, 3,
and
4 years
faded
old at this
to
point.
shit. Yeah.
Rip.
It adds to it.
Yeah.
The war-torn look.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'm Blake. I am one of Jamie's best friends, and professionally, I am a mechanic. Guns and gear are just a hobby for me, and obviously some LARPing and milsimming in there too. So
First Milsim. Let's go.
it was a blast.
Literally.
How does it feel to be a veteran of the BB Wars now?
You know, a BB War veteran.
First major engagement in the BB Wars.
I think I'm gonna have to book myself a therapist for all the PTSDs that I have.
Veterans everywhere are triggered by that statement right now.
Yes.
Now I am a 3-time BB veteran, and I suffer tinnitus and severe PTSD. And I'm actually gonna have to turn these lights down, dude. My eyes are like, is that even? Oh yeah, I can actually open my eyes more. I'm gonna go right. I'll be right back. I'm going to.
Gonna go right.
A script, hopefully.
Got him.
But I'm gonna go find our laminated tier list. Yeah, I literally printed it out, guys. I printed it out and laminated it, and I was like, guys, we're gonna do this while we're there.
I believe you. Yeah,
and then,
I believe you.
Well, yeah, you saw it, or maybe you didn't see it. No one else did.
I didn't.
I like never pulled it out because the whole time I was like, ugh. All right, I'll be back in a second.
To be determined.
But yeah, dude, leaning closer to your microphone so we can actually hear you. What did you think of the what did you think was the biggest difference between this event that we went to and your normal weekend of airsoft?
Obviously, like having to actually plan out everything that I had, even to like sleeping stuff, because we planned on sleeping on the field, so I had to, make sure that I had a sleep system. I had to have food. I had to have enough water carried on me, as well as ammo, which obviously isn't as hard. But yeah, it was definitely a lot more to think about. There was a lot more to carry. It's definitely different wearing a plate carrier and having a ruck on and trying to maneuver through certain obstacles. It became, evident of like.
Yeah, that shit kind of sucks, don't it?
So bad. Like next time, I'll definitely make sure I have like an assault bag or something like that for a one-day event like that. You definitely don't need a full-size ruck. And,
no.
Obviously in certain situations it would be, you kind of have to just suck it up and carry it. But for something like this, it would have definitely been beneficial to have like a 3-day pack, just where I had just the essentials, as opposed, because I way overpacked. I had stuff that I didn't need on me.
Yeah.
But it was good. And then definitely like learning to pace yourself and not just like expend all your energy, because at airsofting for one day or half a day, like you can really expend a lot of energy and not feel it. Whereas this, you expend a whole lot of energy in the first couple hours, and then you've still got, we got 2-3 hours.
Still got the rest of the day.
Yeah. You got 20 something hours left. It's like, oh, okay, hold on. I got to chill for a second.
I've returned.
Oh, did you find it?
I did.
Good. And can you hear me now? Am I close enough to my mic?
Yeah, you sound fine.
Yes.
I took my headset with me, so like while I was in the garage, I was listening. Ta-da! the tier list. It's perfect. I literally spent like actually a long time finding this because I wanted a white background because I didn't want to print it on gray and then not be able to use a Sharpie on it. So, yeah. So I heard you say overpacking.
Yeah.
Which leads into a great topic. Overpacking. That's the topic.
Wow.
I know that's very profound, but it's funny because growing up, I grew up like backpacking, camping, doing all the outdoorsy stuff. Like, you know, I spent a lot of time in the woods hunting and, you know, everything. And never did I realize just how much I overpacked all the time until I actually started to really have to like hike with it or ruck with it, like to positions. And I don't even, or like long backpacking trips or like, you know, anything where you have to walk more than like 2 or 3 miles. Because if you're only walking like 2 or 3 miles, you really just don't have a feel for what you packed in. And then at some point you like hit this wall and you're like, wow, this is a lot of stuff. But you know what? I'm sure I might need some of it. And then when you like finish your camping trip or you get off like position, or even like the Milsim, and then you realize just how little you actually needed. You're like, oh wow, I didn't use half of this.
Yeah. And like even the ammo, like I had a whole bottle of BBs in my back panel that I never touched. Like I didn't even need them. Never got to them.
And that was with only 2 of us having ammo for everybody.
Yep.
Because you and I had Ian's speed loader was down, and Sean didn't have his stuff, and then
to begin with.
Oh yeah, he didn't even bring any mags.
He had to buy them there.
Rip. Yeah. So did you have mags? Or did you? Because you and I had mag. Yeah.
Yeah, because I had been running mid caps.
Yeah, I pretty much only ever bought mid caps because I only really use airsoft for Milsims.
Oh, that's fair. You don't have the weekend warrior airsoft matches.
Yeah, no, I don't have any. I don't have a local field to go play at or anything like that. So
fair. Hold on. My hair is sticking out. So yeah, overpacking is actually a really big thing, and it's difficult, and that's one of the things like you get experience with the more you do it, because you have to like know not to underpack but also overpack, and you really have to like think through like, hey, what is my role going to be out there? Like, what am I going to be doing for how long? And then a lot of times you'll neglect like something I found that I would do is I would pack, you know, my power banks, my fire starting stuff, you know, basic survival stuff, extra mags, extra ammo. And I'm not even talking about just the Milsim, but like doing like frontline rotations and, you know, rucking out and stuff like that. And then you're like, okay, now I got to pack my food and water. And by the time you start packing your food and water, and maybe you do it vice versa, but like you like completely segment your equipment, gear and equipment, you know, your sleep system, stuff like that. And then like your food and water, like your nutrition. And then so maybe you pack this first or this first, but then by the time you get to the other one, you're like, oh wow, my pack already weighs 35 pounds. And then now I have to put another 35 pounds of stuff in it and go ruck 7 miles or, you know, whatever.
Yeah. And that's not even touching like specialized role stuff. Like if you have to carry a drone and batteries or, you know,
like, I was
the
joking.
Computer system that your chosen AT weapon system uses.
Yeah. And I joked, I think, a little bit at the Milsim. You said specialized stuff about like batteries. For when I was going to the front lines, I'm just pulling out a couple of the power banks I know that I had with me.
Your fucking cat is killing me, dude.
Oh wait. Oh, a lot of my power banks are still packed, actually. Yeah, some of my power banks are still
She was
packed.
looking right in the camera a second ago.
But when I would go onto the on a position for anything more than hi, sweetheart, for anything more than like a 48-hour period, and sometimes even for a 48, it really just depended on the mission set. I would have like this power bank, this one, 2 of these, this size, and then another one that was also this size. And then sometimes I would even, and I'd also have one on the back of my helmet for my camera or stuff like that. And then I also would keep one in my pocket with me at all times, just like a small, just like 1 or 2 phone charges.
Yeah.
And to put it in, I wish I had my scale laying around or something. This is a 37 watt-hour power bank. And then another one I had was 100 and something. It was 140. Like I literally had this alone is probably like 5 pounds of power banks, and I had double that. So just in power banks alone, I had 10 pounds in my rug. And that was because my job was a drone pilot. That was one of my primary jobs. And so I spent constant time, with the drone up in the air. And if you don't have, like we talked a lot about last week about how important drones are, which ironically we'll get into a little bit more later. We didn't use our drone at all for the Milsim. But like constantly, like I would pull the drone down, pull the battery out, throw it in the charger, plug it into a power bank, and just constant rotations of that. And I wasn't the only drone pilot, and everyone who was a drone pilot also had a couple of power banks, but I was being the tech guy of the squad. I was the power keeper of the power banks for the most part. So, any maps, like digital maps we had on our chests, any iPads we had, all of the drones, obviously, things like that. Well, we had to ruck in and out the power banks to charge them. And then like food and water, power banks don't get lighter when you use them. So,
yeah.
Specialized roles, like I really, I was by no means like special forces or anything like that. We did some pretty hardcore like recon stuff and, a lot of position holding and assaulting. But thinking back to like Vietnam time when like MacVSOG and some of the Green Berets and, the super hardcore dudes were going out and they're like, oh yeah, we spent, 7 days out there. We just knew we would have to acquire, food and water sometimes. We didn't have flak jackets. We just took our ammunition, canteen or 2 of water, and we hoofed it on out for 7 days. And it's like, you what?
Yeah, that shit is wild.
It's like, yeah, we had to travel.
7-day patrol.
Yeah, like, I mean, that was pretty consistent from my understanding, I think the average was like 72 to 96 hours, and then they would go all the way up to, 7 days, like long-term kind of a patrol intelligence gathering or patrolling out and then, hitting like a base or a prisoner camp in the middle of the night. There was a 7-day walk, something like that. And it's like, oh yeah, what did you all bring? And it's like, oh, these are all of my M16 magazines. There's some interviews of guys, if you watch them, they're like, yeah, we went out with like 12 to 16 mags, all loaded, like literally all of our weight we had was just ammo because we had to be sure we could shoot our way out of anything. And it's like, how do you even prepare to pack like for something like that? Like, especially if you have some kind of explosives mission, it's like you don't have a ruck, you have, minimal intelligence on what you could get into. Like you have to basically be prepared for everything. While also,
and most of them were carrying multiple dedicated weapon systems. Like there was at least 2 dudes carrying grenade launchers on top of their rifle and all of the associated ammo with that. Like that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. And, like you really have to look, and every time I think I'm like, am I overpacking? It's like, but I might need my extra fire starter. And it's like, oh well, there's a 1/4 pound for this, or or like what's an extra 1/4 pound? And then you get out there and you're like, oh wow, I really didn't need this. But my brain's always going to like the what ifs. But then I think back to those guys, and Grantham released a video pretty recently. It was what do you say? The more you know, the less you have to take or carry with you, or something like that. And he was talking about how like
Yeah.
using the environment to your advantage allows you to bring less. I was like, that's why the guys took minimal stuff with them, because they knew what they were doing, and I don't.
Exactly. And if you, I mean, side note, the jungle is a pretty, it's a pretty easy, at least from the food and water standpoint, pretty easy environment to survive in. It has its own, challenges and stuff, but you don't have to, it's not like cold weather survival where you have to carry in all of your food and shit because you won't be able to find anything. Like,
Yeah.
it's that challenge is not really a thing.
Yeah, but but you don't. There's like so much of that is mission or location specific, and
Exactly.
like for example, my knowledge from, Ukraine won't cross over to how I would pack in and pack out in like Vietnam, or the Alaska, or even a northwest state like Colorado or something. That would be completely different because it's different location, different things there, things like that. But at the same time, you will obviously have your basics of, some food, some water, electricity for, recon devices, ammo. But, a lot of it will vary on, your stuff. Or your
And that's the
locations,
cool part for us Milsim operators. We're never going to have to worry about a bad logistics chain or anything like that because we are our own logistics.
Mhm.
And the most we're ever gonna deploy is 72 hours.
Yeah.
I don't know of anybody that does any Milsim events that are longer than that.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was one thing that was hard about Ukraine too, though, is we had logistics, but they weren't reliable. So,
Right.
and you have to take that into account when packing. So it's like more times than not, I had maybe not twice as much water as I anticipated needing, or twice as much food, but a lot of times I would leave food on, like if it was a holding like the front line up and we weren't assaulting, like I would take extra food and just leave it on the position for the next person. But on one of our, when we did an assault, we were told, hey, you'll be out there for 6 hours. You're assaulting this position, taking the position, rotating out. And it's like, I mean, simple in and out job. You'll be out by nightfall.
But
exactly.
Yeah.
Like our job was literally to go in light, fast, and just immediately blitz through it. And well, we did. And by nightfall, we were supposed to, be off position,
and then you
relaxing,
didn't get rotated out.
and then we didn't get rotated out. And we didn't get rotated out the next night either. So what turned into a potential 6 hour thing turned into a over 48-hour thing where for example, my kit, I was the only one, I think, on my entire squad. No, that's not true. I was one of three in my squad to bring a bag at all, other than just like our back panels on our plate carriers. And I brought a mostly empty ruck.
Yep.
I didn't have an assault bag handy at the time, so I brought my rucksack. I had like an MRE in it. I had, my drone batteries, some things like that. I had, I think, a single poncho. Yeah, I had a poncho in there, and but not like a USGI poncho, but like an actual, like I'm putting it on, like wearing it, rain jacket, light rain jacket. And that was basically it. I had some water, like 2 or 3 water bottles, and that was it. And it's like, cool. So now what do I do? And it was at no fault of their own necessarily that logistics completely broke down. The trucks, the vehicles that we were using to get in and out on positions got hit with artillery or broke during the absolute brutal, like 50-mile-an-hour push through fields and tree lines to get in. And there's not a whole lot, like, people can't ruck, 12 miles in under artillery fire, stuff like that. So it's just not realistic. But like, that's the kind of things you have to be prepared for in a sense. But you also have to be mindful of like your logistics. Can we, like our Milsim, can we walk back to the car in case of emergency? Yes. Are we our own logistics? Like, are we completely relying on what we're packing in? Like, is there even an option of us getting stuff delivered or, whatever?
Also, yes.
So, yeah, just I was gonna say like a quick segment on how to pack, but turned into kind of 10-15 minute thing. A lot of times, probably the best thing you can do is if you have a 3-day assault bag, and you can only fit a quarter of your stuff in it when you're going out for 3 days, you have 4 times more stuff than you need. So, and typically the guys that are designing, 3-day assault bags, know what you need for 3 days on average. So obviously lash stuff to it, or things like that to make it all fit. Like if your sleep system won't fit, we'll lash it on the top or the bottom. But other than that, like
those
basically
bags are
everything
covered in Molly for a reason.
Yeah.
It's not just to fucking look cool.
And it shouldn't be, you shouldn't look like PUBG either, like have your frying pan like zip tied to the side, like as you run around. Like, everything
Unless
should be properly.
Unless you are Samwise Gamgee. Then you can do whatever you want.
That's perfectly acceptable.
I appreciate you.
So yeah, that's one thing, train like the environment you plan on fighting in, because you will learn how to pack and what you need and what you don't. That's one of the many things you'll learn. Yeah, rant done. Mic drop. Oh wait, that's my mic. What else we learn, or what else were some takeaways? Blake, you blew up a vehicle. That was sick.
I blew up 2 vehicles.
Two.
Like an absolute Chad.
We don't have. One of them is on video, but we don't have it yet, and the other, I don't think anyone was videoing.
No.
Maybe an admin, like there might be a video at some point, or at least some pictures of it. But
yeah, is that who you were talking about, Blake? The dude that was walking around with the camera on the little handheld tripod thing?
No. This is a guy that we play with at Airsoft Charleston. He ended up coming with us.
Okay.
He came back to get y'all from Nikki. And then we got pinned down by a vehicle. And then I asked, because we didn't have anything to kill the vehicle, so we ended up getting killed by the dismounts of another one. And then on our way back in, I asked someone if they had anything to kill a vehicle with, and he just handed me a grenade. So I then put my gun down
Nice.
and ran at it. So
can you break that down for us real quick, what that looked like?
I ran across the road and hid behind a tractor that was on the other side of the road. And when we saw it come around the corner, Sean and John just kind of like stood in the middle of the road and got its attention and got it to come down the road towards us. And so I was just listening, and I started looking under the tractor. So when I saw it get close enough, I pulled the pin and waited. I was going to try and throw it like into the window, and I just ended up rolling it under the car, and it went off. It was awesome.
Went full Hamas on that thing.
Hamas moment, yeah.
Freaking sick, dude. Yeah, like that's like straight up something like that we see. Well, I mean, we have seen Hamas do it to the Merkavas, but like something from like Red Dawn or something too, like complete guerrilla warfare. Like, hey, come shoot me! Look at me! Then just rolls frag underneath.
It was very entertaining. We'll have to get the video of it from John.
Yeah, we'll definitely play that. That's sick. Yeah, I didn't even put a camera on my helmet at all this weekend. I took it and then never used it once.
Yeah, I videoed for the first half hour, and then the battery died, and I didn't feel like having it out of the waterproof case with the because I had a power bank on my head that I was going to use, but it was soaking. Everything was soaking wet, so electronics and water don't go together.
We got rained on for the first pretty consistently for like the first 12 hours.
Yeah.
Probably more than no, you're right. Because we started at like 11 and then we finally like fully hunkered down indoors about the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was raining the whole time, soaking wet, clothes, carrier, my sleeping bag that was like lashed onto the back of my assault pack was soaking wet. Yeah, be careful how you pack your things. I know we literally gave y'all pointers like last week or last episode about, how to pack your socks and everything, and then I go to pull my sleeping bag out and it's soaking wet. I was like, yes, this problem again. In Ukraine, I'd actually, because I would do the same thing in Ukraine and strap it to the bottom of my pack. and I would actually put it in the bivy bag sometimes if I knew it was going to be raining, and then pack it like that. So then if it rained on, it was fine. That lesson was forgotten, clearly. I literally was sitting, we hunkered down for the night on one of the objectives, which was an epic firefight that went on for literally 12, 14 hours.
16 hours.
Yeah, something ridiculous. And I literally laid my Gore-Tex jacket on the ground and sat there in my boxers. Like, I'd stripped all my clothes off because they were soaking wet. It was actually, like, making me colder. So I hung them up to dry, and I literally just sat there on, like, Gore-Tex like this and had my rifle on. And then as soon as they came for the first push, I put my plate carrier on. I was just sitting there like this, trying to stay warm until my sleeping bag dried.
Dude, I was holding the nastiest pixel peak between all of those machines in the front half of the room. I was comfy too. I laid down on my sleeping pad and wrapped up in my whoopee, and I was just chilling with my rifle, like waiting for somebody to step into the kill zone.
It was like two giant pieces of like cylindrical machinery, and then, you know, like the pipes running through them and everything. And then perfectly, like if you look through the crack between them. Yes, it was like 2 feet, and the top of the stairs come up there, and he's like, "I'm gonna lay right here," and he like gets in his whoopee and just like puts his rifle down through the crack. He's like,
straight up chilling. But nobody even made it to the top of the stairs.
No, the whole time we were up there, one guy made it, and we had the coolest conversation with him. We were like, "Oh, what's up, dude?" He's like, "Guys, hi, I made it up." And we're like, "But you didn't achieve your goal of flipping, like doing anything." We're like, "But it's okay."
Die immediately.
And then we gave him food, and he was happy. He was a happy dead guy sitting at the top of the steps. So we're like, "Would you like some Snickers?" And I think we gave him like Snickers and Slim Jims.
How much money do you think they spent in Pyro trying to take that from us?
I thought about that the night it was happening. And so the Enola Gay, like M67s or whatever they're called, those are $10 or $12 a piece.
It was at least 8 flashbangs and a couple frags also.
Oh, it was far more than that. It was at least double that. I bet $200 to $300 easy. Yeah. Probably more like $300 to $400 of pyro was spent just trying to take the objective from us.
I think they pushed like 4 or 5 times, and each time they would throw at least 5 or 6 up there.
Yeah, like depending on the team, like some of them would throw like 2, but then other teams are just like foop, 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 and then try to make up the stairs and just get clapped. So here, hold on, I'll draw a freaking picture of this. I don't have my drawing laptop available. Paint 3D. All right, they can see it, but y'all can't. This is our tier list. We'll get to this very shortly, I do promise. Discord.
I'm gonna call that room the SWAT team grinder.
The SWAT team grinder.
Honestly, that room, they knew exactly what they were doing when they put an objective in that room.
Oh yeah, especially
either that
they're the ones that locked those doors. Those doors weren't locked. They put locks on those doors so that we couldn't get in from the other side.
Either that or they were excessively ignorant. Like that could go one of 2 ways, honestly. Like they either had no idea, or like, oh, this will be hard to get up, and they really didn't know just how hard, or they knew exactly what they were doing. There was no in between.
No, they knew. They knew, and I think they wanted to force people to use their airstrikes and shit like that.
That was the only way we knocked people out of that room. That was the only way we took it back. It was the only way they took it from us.
Yeah, if you're hearing this, Third Coast, your airstrike system is gay, and you should stop doing it.
That is very true.
Be able to shoot gunners, because gunners in real life would die if you shot them in the face.
Oh yeah. Also, let me kill people in a technical, because what the fuck?
Like, it makes no sense. You can kill dismount.
Dude, those guys in the technical when we were like hiding behind the cars.
Oh my gosh, that was so
we could have killed
y'all
them
were
so
running
many
circles.
times.
Dude, I shot the guy in the face and then he turned to look at me and got so mad.
That is definitely on video. The admin sat there videoing us ring around the rosy of those cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if it was a real technical, he'd have smoked my ass. But like,
Oh yeah, we would have been switching.
I could have shot them several times.
Oh yeah,
so,
dude
like,
could have gotten smoked. Like,
what's your point?
we saw him before he saw us. Like, we easily could have smoked him, you know, previously.
Oh, dude, yeah. He
Like,
came,
no
he
issues.
came close enough that I could have fucking almost spit into the window before he saw that I was behind that car.
Also, had that plan actually worked how we wanted, that grenade would have went off, and he would have been dead in that first engagement.
Dude, twice I threw dud grenades. That
I did
pissed me
too.
off so bad.
Yeah, I literally
rolled it
handed you a
right
grenade,
underneath the front of the car.
and then
Oh
it
my
didn't go
God.
off.
It was perfect. It rolled right underneath the front of it as they were pulling up, and then it just didn't go off. I was like, what? Ah.
So sad. Oh yeah, I'm watching you draw now.
Oh. I didn't know we could watch.
Well,
I think that's a really good representation.
Dude, honestly,
this.
yeah. That's
So
pretty good.
So for our viewers, sorry, I'm like listening and drawing. So the yellow was the staircase. And obviously the top of the stairs was in the middle. I guess that's probably self-explanatory from the picture.
The only entrance to this room that is on the second floor, by the way.
The objective was in red here. And
no windows either.
Yeah, no windows. Oh, you know it's not in this drawing.
Great.
The grates.
Oh my gosh. I had to warn one of the kids that came up after us. I was like, "Hey, don't step back."
Not to fall in. Yeah,
I know, I did
heard
too. And then literally, I removed an entire one, and I was like, "Well, that's a death hazard." But you know, no one tripping it.
That's why I told him. I was like, "Don't." They removed one of those. Don't go back too far.
Yeah.
You will fall through it.
You will fall down.
He was like, "Oh,
and
thanks,
die."
man."
Thanks, dude. I wouldn't have seen that. Yeah, no shit.
So, the only entrance is these yellow steps here. The objective is in red. Our sleeping positions were in the green. We were staggered, intentionally. Everything in black, I didn't fill it, but everything in black was some sort of, obstacle.
Like heavy industrial machinery.
Yeah. So like some of it did have cracks to shoot out, but here, I can go ahead and fill these real quick. That was solid. That was solid. That was solid. Not solid. And then we'll do something like
yeah,
there we
was
go.
A bunch of pipe work and stuff.
Yeah. Like basically a one-way shoot hole. Because whoever is shooting through it would basically have to be like looking through it, like laying down, you know, on the defensive side of it.
Yeah, unless you're fucking John Wick, you're not making that shot through the microwave-sized gap.
Yeah. Which the microwave-sized gap is also like very low. Because basically at like eye
Almost
level when you're standing up, you could see over some of it. And then, like, laying down prone, you could see under it. But then, like, anything chest or waist height was just spaghetti pipes. So, stairs, yellow. Objective, red. Anything in solid black was, in fact, a solid object. And then, funny enough, Blake also built a little, like, knee-high fortress. Right here.
Yeah.
No. It was at the front.
Oh.
Yeah, it was on the very front corner.
Like this?
No.
No, even further.
All the way front, like go to where the objective is.
More.
Nope. Up.
What do you mean up? How do I go up more?
Right there.
Oh, okay.
Right about there. Yeah.
Okay, so this isn't exactly. How wide do we think? What are the dimensions of this room? 30 meters?
From left to right, it was probably like 35 feet, 40 feet maybe from the handrail of the stairs on the right side to the back edge of the room.
No, it was more than that. Because like maybe not. I bet it was 25 meters. Because
point being, the open area on the mid left here was large enough that is your kill radius for airsoft grenades, because they set a 10-foot kill radius. So,
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It was probably like 30. It was probably a little more than 30. Well, no, because if we were standing here, remember, like, this was like 2 kill radiuses behind us.
Yeah, that's true. It was
because we joked about someone literally could fire 40 mics like blindly over the rail or under the railings, and we would be in zero danger if they went off behind us. Like even like IRL, like they would just whiz past us and like be fine. So it was probably a good 50 feet long. I would say good. I would say it's probably about 50 feet long. So we slept here kind of staggered. I also ended up moving my sleeping location towards the end to behind this pillar. And then we had I've already used the color yellow. We had freaking let's see. Can I spin this? We had a flashlight shining here. And
this staircase also is skinny enough that you can't come up anything but single file.
Oh, yeah, there's no double...
There's no moving in formation up these stairs or anything like that.
Oh, yeah, and the staircase is also divided, too. Like, it was like... Whoops, I'm still using the arrow. Whatever. And then this is a catwalk down below. Oh my goodness, we're still using arrows. And then, like... There we go. So, something like this, more or less. So, we had a... flashlight there, magnetized to the top of the railing. We had a flashlight here beaming at eye level as they come up the stairs. And literally the dudes were complaining. They're like, we can't even see in the room. And they started trying to shoot out the flashlights.
Yeah, that's the point.
So not only did they have to come up the stairs single file, it's the only entrance and exit. They had to come up the stairs single file with not being able to see the layout or where we were in the room due to photonic barrier. And then at any given point, there was a minimum of 4 of us there.
4 people actively pointing weapons at the top of the stairs.
4 people awake pointing weapons at the top of the stairs. And they had no chance. Like, realistically, like, let's say they threw a grenade here. Like, boom, that's 10 feet. None of us were there. They could have, like, thrown a grenade here. Well, we have multiple hard covers
right there,
like,
at the bottom.
They could throw one here. Like, there was there was also another pillar like adjacent to that one, like here. There we go. Like, there was so much hard cover everywhere at any given like stage distance that there was realistically like you could probably defend it indefinitely until you ran out of food, water, ammo, or just willingness to fight. It was ridiculous. And so, like, even where we were sleeping, like, say someone could have gotten a lucky shot while, like, there were other people defending, like, guns online while we were taking a nap, and gotten, like, a 40 mic to the back of the room, we had enough distance between us and, like, the back wall where we still would have been fine. Like, it would have had to take some god-tier perfect grenade throw, like, 20 meters through pipes to get any just one of us. And then none of us, the way we're all spaced or sleeping, it wouldn't have taken out more than 1, maybe 2 at best. And on top of all of that, the blue at the bottom of the screen are floor grates that you could literally remove, shoot or drop grenades on the people below you, and then put them back. like, I mean, probably what, 50-pound like metal grates? Like, heavy dudes. So it's, well, they were heavy, so it's not like they could, shoot something up or, it would somehow go through them or like dislodge them. Like they would have had to have like a 20-foot pole to try to like pick them up and throw a grenade, but like you wouldn't have been able to grip like the pole heavy. Like they were heavy grates. So essentially this was you couldn't infiltrate it. It would have taken just, and what was funny is like, even when the first guy died, so he died like, I'm running out of colors here. Like right here at the top of the steps, talk about like fatal funnel. He immediately locked down, like no one else could come up the steps until he bled out. So in a real firefight, if this would have gone on for more than like a whole 17 minutes, the bodies would have been so piled up at the top of the stairs, they could have never actually gotten up anyway. Like they would have had to cut a hole through the ceiling and drop in or something stupid. It was hilarious. It was so much fun. We just yelled and memed on them the whole time. It was great. I don't really know what else to say. My eyes got like swollen, infected from like the 17 inches of dust on the floor and in the air. A dude threw a smoke grenade up top, and we were like, "What the hell, dude?"
They got so mad they tried to smoke us out.
Yeah, and then the dude was like, "I'm sorry, I pulled the wrong grenade out of my
rules."
Yeah, well, no, he was trying to say he grabbed the wrong one. He's like, "I got my grenades confused." And we're like, "What do you?" You what?
Yeah, they don't feel anything close to the same. Fucking idiot.
One guy literally tried to shoot out my flashlight, and I was half asleep. Like I was literally in my sleeping bag, and one of the other like teammates we had up there with us, he's trying to shoot out the light. I was like, "You're doing what?" And all you hear is this voice downstairs. Yeah, because I can't see. And I was like, "You can't shoot out people's lights." And he was like, it's not the properties or the venues or whatever word he used, lights. It's a personal light. So I can shoot out. I was like, "Shoot my light out. I'm going to come down there and beat you with it." And he was like, "You can't do that." And I was like, do it. See what happens. I will literally pick my light up and come downstairs and make a fist with it and beat you with it. Like, you want to see Milsim? I'll show you Milsim. Hand-to-hand combat.
Easy.
The whole time I'm in my boxers. Like the amount of like we were just memeing, dude. We were like, "Y'all ready to get smoked by 3 dudes in their boxers?" Just like 3 soaking wet dudes, and like the guys that are pushing us had nods. Like we killed a couple guys on the steps with like dual tube like RNVGs or DTNVGs. Like there wasn't a chance. We were just absolutely smoking with white light. Yeah, it was great. Nikki, the immovable object. Or us, the immovable object on Nikki. So,
I just want to know, like, how much game time that was the only objective that our team held. Because it was at least, like, a few hours in the night.
Yeah.
Because the entire rest of our team gave up and went back to the parking lot and shit to camp.
And we're still out on the field in the thick dust, just stacking airsoft bodies.
Great vibing.
And like the amount of times it came over the radio, they're like, "You're the last objective. They're all coming for you. Hold strong." Yeah. And we're like, "Roger that. Okay. I'm sitting here in my boxers trying to eat my MRE. We'll be fine, sir."
We're offering.
Thank you, sir.
Right now, they said no. We're gonna shoot them instead.
Yeah. Yeah, we started off as a recon element, and the only things we were ever able to recon was the same guy and his ghillie laying down in bushes. And that was it. We reconned him twice. The first time we successfully killed him, the other time we also did, but lost 2 people.
Yeah, I got fucking swacked. I was the first casualty.
Yep. And then we were literally like, yeah, it's wet and miserable, and literally there is not any, we were the only team out in that area at the time, and we're like, what are we even supposed to be reconning? There's nothing. Like, we were out there for probably an hour and a half, 2 hours, and the only enemy we ever saw, in our AO that we were supposed to be, like, reconning was that one guy, and we're like, yeah, we're not needed here anymore, we're gonna go do our own thing. And then we turned into, like, the primary assault fire team. And we captured, was it 3 objectives, like back to back to back? And just swept through.
Yeah.
I think we probably, like, without dying for a while, like, none of us getting, well, except for the couple team kills. The friendly frag.
I got killed by our
Only
guys
Thunder
more
Beat
than
went
I
off
did
that entire
by
weekend.
Eastern.
Was that literally the only he said the only Thunderbeat that went off that weekend. I think he's actually right.
The only Thunder Beat that went off that weekend was I used it on Sean. Yeah.
Amazing.
You had one word, but it was a bad throw. That first. When we were
Oh, yeah, I did throw
trying to
one.
The city.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
2
threw one.
Thunder Beats went off, but yeah.
I smoked this guy, dude. He like goes to lay down in this ditch, and I was just like, ta 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 ta. I'm watching them hit him as he's like running for his cover. And then he lays down behind this cover, and then he keeps poking his head up like this in the same exact spot. And I'm like, oh, I don't even have to like aim. I know exactly where my gun was pointed last time. Tink. And like you can watch him hit the top of his helmet. I was like, screw this. I pulled the pin on a grenade and I threw it. I was in a trench, like in a ditch when I threw it. And there was like a single vine that my hand got caught in. And I still like, it still got to the target, but it was like 3 feet to the left and didn't make it behind his cover. And just went off right at the crest. And it went off and like, I was like, well, that sucks. And then the dude literally like goes from his like prone, like smashed against the dirt and almost stands up to like shoot me where he has no idea exactly where I am. And he's like, go, go, go. And I lit him up in the face. And he's like, yeah, I'm hit this time. And I was like, obviously.
This time.
Like, I sat there and shot you so many times, and then you had the audacity to just like stand up and like you I don't know, whatever. Yeah, we were like, hey, let's rendezvous back up with the guys, and then we chose a point, and then both of us got stuck from different directions trying to rally up on each other. So we had two-man teams out of us 4 trying to fight back to each other. That was exhilarating. Blake and I literally stalked this guy. We got up like, what, 30 feet behind him? 40 feet behind him? He was sitting on the edge of a field, just like crouched, like locked in onto a single sector. And we were like,
Objective.
yeah, but literally just
Watching.
like locked in. And we were like, there's no way he's not going to turn around. There's no way. We crossed the entire field, like just ran across the field behind him. Because we had to go that way either way. Like, we couldn't go back. We couldn't go left or right. Like, we had to go forward. So we crossed the field, and we're like, the dude still hasn't turned around. And then, like, 3 of his friends come, and they're all, like, standing there just talking, standing up at the edge of the field, all facing the same direction. And we got down this ditch, and we slowly just worked our way forward until we were literally right behind them. And I shot him in the back of the head, and he's like, hit?
Hit?
And then like you can hear his buddies are like, where do you get shot from? Where like it was like literally something out of like Metal Gear where you're like under the cardboard box and like, where is he? And then we just wiped everybody there. It was like 0 common sense.
They were complete NPCs. Like,
yeah.
I tripped with my ruck, got my shoelace stuck in front of these dudes. Like, they're staring down the lane looking at me. And then I like kind of hid in a bush, and they just kept going like
wow.
I push up and I hear this like crash. I was like, Blake, oh, Blake, hey Blake, they're over here. Okay, never mind. I'm watching them, and then the guys never moved or turned around. I was like, these guys are completely oblivious to anything going on, and then I just dome him in the back of the head, and he's like, hit? Like what?
Nani?
Yeah, we turned to the primary assault squad. We probably killed, I don't know, 40, 50 people total. Like, we swept so many squads. Like, just that one time where I think you 2 died and then got med-bagged or whatever. Like, where I was literally rotating around that building with you guys.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we would, like, engage a squad here, and then we loop back around, and then they're all like standing on the wall ready to go in the door, and we just mow them down in the back. Like, we were just literally all rotating around together. Like, I will say, quite organized.
They tried They tried to drop a squad off behind you guys too, in between the buildings, and I caught them just after they got off of the technical that they dismounted from and got a 6-pack.
That was the second day, I think.
Yeah.
You're talking about on the second, yeah. The one I was talking about was on the first day with the it was the objective room. It was like Betty or whatever it was called. Where they knocked down the big walls and we all just kept rotating around. But then that second day, literally the technical drove past me because I went to go flank one guy we were fighting. Well, I was kind of just looking, like I kind of walked off from the building, and then I was far enough from the building that I just had to run for the like cover because running back, it was when he threw the grenade. I was like, grenade! And then I just had to take off running the other direction because there was no cover. Like I would have just had to like lay down in the middle of this open field. And so I laid down. Then y'all killed him, and then this technical rolls up the road within 10 feet of me. And I was like, there's no way they're gonna. I literally just like pressed flat on the ground. Like I literally just like did this in the dirt under as much leaves as I could. And they drove past me. I was like, whoa, like I locked eyes with one. Like he literally is like sweeping like this, and they drove right past me. I was like, whoa. And then they unload behind us, and they're all stacked on the wall, like tip to butt, like their whole right side exposed. None of them are looking. I was like, just got all of them stacked up on the wall. Yeah, it was quite an experience of like some skilled guys. We got squad wiped once by 2 dudes, or well, fire team wiped. All 4 of us died by 2 guys.
That was bullshit. They were fucking hiding in the dark.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they had nods and we didn't.
But they hid in that fucking hallway while they listened to everybody else in the building get fucking schwacked. Like
that's fair. Yeah, 2 dudes are literally just sitting in the hallway all by themselves in the back of a hallway, nonetheless. Like I think that's a dead end hallway, and they were just like camping out in there, and then we just stumbled upon them. But yeah.
Because we didn't know the layout of the building, and we found a door that we had never been in. So we were like, "Huh, what's in here?"
Yeah.
Two bros.
That was the only time the whole time we all died together, except the time they dropped a JDAM on the building. On Nikki. That was the only time that we all were dead at the same time, or like weren't able to get to each other in res or something.
The one other time I died trying to do some hero shit. We were coming out of that building with the big open door right in the middle of the AO. Where the door is just like missing. Mm-hmm. We were coming out of there, and I thought it was just 2 or 3 dudes on the corner, but it turned out to be like a dozen guys in a fucking line on this corner. So I was sitting there, I shot a couple of them, and we were all like holding them outside there, and I found on the ground the empty shell of a grenade. So I reached down and picked it up, and I screamed frag out as loud as I could and threw it around the corner, and then ran right after it. And I got like 4 of them, but I didn't realize how many guys were around that corner.
You ran into 12 naked dudes at Ram Ranch.
Yeah. I shot the first like 3 or 4, and then the whole back half of the line just fucking ripped me up. Yeah.
It was like, well, I did the same thing. I think we're talking about the same corner when I knew how many there were, and I literally peeked. I was like, and I killed like 4 or 5.
Yeah. I was laying there watching. Yeah.
That was when I got literally all the holes in my hand. I peeked, and then I heard a guy like, I heard one guy like still alive. And I literally rotated around, cleared like all of my other corners and cleared the rest of the building, rotated back. And I heard them like talking, like I'm holding the corner, and they were talking about like getting rezzed. I shot them all again. And then literally their buddies are like hiding behind them. Like he's literally holding onto the back of his plate carrier.
Yeah.
And so I'm just shooting the dead guy. And I was like, nah, I feel bad. So I dipped back around, and his buddy like lets go of his plate carrier and just pushes the corner. And just smokes me like in my hand. Like that's all that was exposed. Yeah. And I was like, oh dude, come on.
Yeah, that was super shitty.
I was like, I felt bad about smoking your buddy. Like I should have just kept shooting him until he yelled at you and I'm hit.
Yeah, those guys were kind of feisty. because they were like talking when they were dead and everything else too.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, there's one guy around the corner. It was me. He literally
exactly.
smoked it was the one time I wasn't wearing gloves that day because they were soaking wet and I didn't want wet fingies. And I still have holes in my hands. It was Blake then shot another vehicle with a 40 mic. We found a random 40 mic loaded on the ground. And Blake picked up and he's like, yo, it's loaded. I was like, what kind of shell? And when we were talking about shooting it, he asked this random guy, he's like, hey, I found this on the ground. Can I use it? And the guy was like, what do you mean?
Morally or objectively? I was like,
he gave some like really open-ended answer, and Blake was like, so that means yes. That means yes.
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
And so I actually left it there though.
Yeah, he sets it back down, and we push around a corner to, I think, help you and Sean. And so we push around, and then we hear a technical. I'm like, Blake, do you have the 40 mic? He's like, no. Should I go get it? And I was like, yes. And it was in the cars that y'all two were running around earlier. And literally, the technical is coming up, and there's literally just like one like shot up like freaking Buick sitting there, and the trunk was open. And there was not enough cover for both of us, especially if he was going to use the 40 mic. So I like climb in the back of the trunk, like I'm leaning over inside the trunk, waiting for him to get the hit or a miss, because there's nothing I could do. And all I hear is literally, thump, tink, I got him! And we all like literally run out and just like in full Red Dawn style, we're like, yeah! It was great.
At that moment that I realized I need a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
Probably my biggest upset about like the vehicles was the way they do it is like small arms fire does nothing to the vehicles and the personnel in or on them. So what was happening is they could literally like sit at the bottom of an open hill and like lock down an entire like sector of the map, like an entire quadrant of the map. And then if you were out of range with your anti-tank or couldn't throw it or launch it that far, you're done. And the way they would do it is they'd sit in certain spots. And then so they could see if you were trying to flank, like they would sit, in like sectors of the field where it's like they're towards the edge and could see if you're flanking that way or something like that. And if they see you, they'd literally just drive somewhere else, park there, try to shoot you, and then like maneuver back. And so the whole time they're just sitting stationary. And you're like, I could shoot this gunner in the face 75 times, but here we are. The gunner's just sitting here exposed. Like they had a lot of them didn't have turrets. Like the dude, like one of them was literally just a Dodge Charger, like police surplus, and the guy's sitting on top with like a minigun. It's like so realistic. Milsim's like, I can't shoot the gunner out.
Yeah, I'm fine if the small arms fire doesn't, like, you can't disable a vehicle, but I should be able to kill the gunners.
Yeah.
At least to where he's shot, like, oh yeah. Like if he has...
I was shooting the gunners. I shot him in the face and he literally goes, you can't shoot me. I mean,
watch me.
I can't kill you.
I can, actually.
I can make you gun.
I can make you cry about it.
Not have a good time, yeah.
I can make this very unpleasant for you. I just can't make you out.
Like it's like if they want to sit stationary and make themselves a target, great.
For
like
real.
That's why when you're using actual technicals, like you never sit still. Like your primary strength is like mobility and speed. So you're never just gonna sit stationary and then let your gunner get shot out. So yeah. There are a bunch of highlights. Honestly, we could talk about it for the entire length of the next 7 episodes because that's how much time we spent out there. But yeah. Do we have any like other major lessons learned? The time we got squad wiped, I mean, technically, we probably could have done a better job with spacing and stuff like that. Even in buildings. Like situation dependent spacing is important. A single grenade killed all 3 of us.
I was point man and not paying attention, so that's on my bad on that one.
Well, I mean, I also was like, I had the big brain idea. I was like, guys, if they can't see, or if we can't see them, neither can they. I was like, I'm gonna keep this door cracked, and when I hear them get close, we'll white light it, or when we see their white light get close, we'll white light it first and get the drop on them. And then the next thing I know, because I'm holding the door like this, my weapon's like this, and then Sean has the like mailbox letter angle, on the door, like through the crack. And then Blake was like watching the rear. And the next thing I know is I just see a grenade come through the door, like on fire. And I was like, well, Sean and Blake are literally like, all you hear is like, ah! And they're like trying to get out the door and shut the door behind them. And I think they both got out, but neither of them could get the door shut in time. So it was like, technically, I think they both died. And then
if it had been a real frag, the shrapnel would have killed us for sure.
Yeah. I literally dropped my rifle, like, in place. I leaned my back against the door, and I just went like this. Because I didn't have my ear pro on. I couldn't find it. And I was like, man, I am concussed enough in life. I'm not going to get out of this room alive. I was like, so I'm just going to protect my head and ears. I was like, I will die holding my ears. So, yeah, I mean, there were definitely some lessons learned. But a lot of it was just, there's certain situations where you just can't... you just can't shoot your way in and out of, like, realistically. Like Nikki being one of them. Like, there's certain things where you just, it's no longer a skill issue, it's like a manpower issue. And we did find things like that. I mean, like, a lot of our stuff we brushed up. We literally found a shoot house, and we ran through it just for the hell of it. Like, all four of us. We're like, hey, y'all want to run through this? And it's like, yeah, let's do it. And we cleared the entire thing, I would say, almost flawlessly. Like, just great practice. And then, we found things that we can improve on. And then we found things that are just, hey, that wasn't a skill issue. That was just a manpower or, equipment issue. We didn't have a anti-tank when we needed it, or we didn't have a magical airdrop or a airstrike when we needed, close air support, whatever.
Yeah.
Not everything you can just shoot your way out of. But I think we overall learned a lot of valuable lessons. Got some great experience, and just honestly, like, it was just great hanging out with the boys. We don't get to do it often, other than just on the podcast or, our group chat, or, on occasional playing some games, like some video games together, but it was good just to hang out.
For sure.
Lots of fun memories.
Yeah.
We found a rolling chair, and this random guy sat in it, and we were like just, rolling them around, shooting people. We drew a giant dick on it, and they were just like playing with some guy, like just messing with them. They're like, oh, the dick chair.
Task Force dick chair.
Like, we did our fair share of memeing, and we did our fair share of just kind of, actually trying to operate. I mean, you got to keep it entertaining. And like we said, I think last episode, like, you're gonna get in what you, or you're gonna get out what you put in it. If you're trying to go for some hyper realistic Milsim blank firing, or whatever, I mean, that's great. Whatever. If you're also just trying to wear your like dye mask with your speed soft gun, and you're running around at Mach 3, not worrying about how many times you get hit, or you're just trying to play it like a speed soft game, that's fine too. Like, if you're having fun, you're having fun. We want to try and balance it, and give ourselves some fun, some actual like training and skills, knowledge, things we can sharpen and improve on. And we did talk about it a good bit, like that whole time. We were like, hey, how can we do better right now? Or, how can we better flank them, or better do this? Or, it was a constant kind of like peer on peer review, I think. I enjoyed it. So, like, there was more than once one of us like, how do we even hold this corner? And it was like, well, you stand there, you stand here, we'll do this. Or, how do we hold this building? It's like, well, I'll get this, and then someone can cover it here. And it's like, or what if we did it this way or this way? And it's like, yes. And, between talking together and like putting our brains together, we were able to find like the most optimal way to do something.
You will get reps in a tactical problem solving. In that way, you will get all the reps that you want from an event like that.
Yeah. in the Facebook group, there was a lot of stuff like afterward. They were like, "Man, it sucked playing in the rain. I didn't have any fun, or I went home, or my gun went down, or I hated being wet. Why do we play in the rain?" It's like, well, I mean, yeah, I would have rather. Like one guy, like literally, I said something. I was like, this has really fake Milsim energy or something, or small Milsim energy or something, and he was like, "Well, would you have rather played in the dry or the wet?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, ideally, I would much rather, play in 69-degree weather where it's dry. I have unlimited ammo. I can't die. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like, it's never an ideal situation. Like whether it's combat or a Milsim airsoft game, you're never gonna have some perfect ideal situation. It's like take what you're given, adapt to it, and do your best.
Embrace the suck, homie.
Yeah. Crane Thumbs, Blake, and I, dude, the amount of times we said that this weekend, it's like, well, get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the truth. Rain gear was another one that I learned for me.
Ooh.
Rain gear, because I did.
Yeah.
Absolutely soaked for the entirety of the event.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, even I was
dog shit.
Wet. Like, I mean, I even had Gore-Tex on, and I still came out wet. Not as wet as many other people, but I had my Gore-Tex top on. I don't wear Gore-Tex pants unless it has to be like a torrent for me to put on like Gore-Tex pants and rain boots. But I was still so relatively wet too. There's pros and cons. Like, you'll find pros to wearing a Gore-Tex jacket under your plate carrier or a poncho over everything. There's so many pros and cons, but you can't know this stuff until you go do it. So if you're only like fair weather playing or fair weather training, or hey guys, we're gonna push the FTX to next weekend because it's raining this weekend, you're really screwing yourself over. Like,
yeah.
You'll never have
your gear, like the stuff. Like I packed my bag, and that was one saving grace, was the stuff that was in my bag was dry, so that when it came to be nighttime and I got to strip off all that wet clothes, I had dry socks, dry pants to put on.
Yep.
I was actually comfortable.
Yeah. I was not.
But and that's the shit that you'll learn. You learn what you are willing to put up with in exchange for having that comfort.
Yeah. Like my whole plan was well, yeah, and sometimes just carrying extra, like there's an honest argument to be made, like carrying extra sometimes can be worth the comfortability that is achieved by it. Like there's definitely like a weighing game to that. It's like, I could ensure that I'm warm and dry all the time. I could pack extra boxers, extra socks, extra, like an extra or two of everything and guarantee that I'm always warm and dry. As soon as that gets wet, and it's done raining, I take it off, let it dry, repack it, and put on warm, dry clothes. But now that's extra weight, extra, space. There's all like my thing was I had food, water, my camera, and a couple other things with me, like extra power banks, the drone, and then I was like my sleeping bag, an extra pair of socks, extra pair of boxers, and my whole thing was basically, hey, I'm gonna strip off my wet clothes, let them dry that night, or depending on if we're pulling like Firewatch, depending on how that works, maybe just sleep in them wet, or whatever the situation might hold, and then be in my nice warm dry sleeping bag. Like that was my kind of reliant thing. Well, that went very wrong.
Yep.
So I was then just sitting, and by the time the night was over, like it did dry. Like, I mean, you'll learn how to like dry stuff quickly, and the best optimal ways to dry stuff or keep your body temp, stuff like that. But my whole plan fell apart. So I was sitting there and like horrible dust in my boxers with my plate carrier on, barefoot, because I didn't want to get my dry pair of socks. Disgusting. Had to suffer through that for a bit because of, poor packing decisions on how to pack my sleeping bag. So,
yeah. Luckily, it was warm enough that wasn't really an issue, but...
Oh, yeah, like, it was forgiving for us. Like, yeah, I was cold. Like, I was slightly shivering. I was in no, I was very uncomfortable, but I was in no way, medically endangered of, or medically in danger of...
If we had stayed in that first building, where there was no real like
open wind
there
and
was
stuff.
a roof, but there was wind going through there, you'd have
2
been
bay
fucking
doors.
miserable.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah,
would
I
have
mean,
been
I was
fucking
uncomfortable.
miserable.
I wasn't miserable, or my health wasn't in danger, but I was, I was uncomfortable. But if that
we
would
were
have been,
outside,
just 2 or 3 months
would have
later,
been in danger.
oh yeah, I would have been in a wet sleeping bag, like bivy bag on, like as much heat trapping stuff. Like I would have been pulling out my blanket from my IFAC and stuff like we would have been in anti hypothermia
Yeah.
mode, just anything to trap some body heat. Or maybe just an blanket, whatever. It depends on how dry the sleeping bag was. So, yeah, know your environment, know yourself, know your mission, know your logistics, and pack accordingly, guys. Like, I really can't stress that enough. Know when to drop your pack, know when to keep it on. We had more than one time we dropped packs, or one of us or two of us, or, whatever, and then realized we had to backtrack everything we assaulted to then go get our packs. Like, when realistically we could have done some fighting with them, or drop them in a different position, stuff like that. Take all that into account. Make sure you have what you need when you drop your pack. Do you have extra mags and ammo in your back panel, or is your back panel removable and swap it? Like, you have to take all that into account, and you don't know that stuff unless you train. Like, I cannot say that enough. I really harped on. Literally, I had a Walmart bag of stuff. I took everything out of my back panel when I put my assault pack on, put it in a Walmart bag, dropped it in my assault pack, and then when we dismounted semi-permanently, like, our bags, I then pulled Walmart bag out of assault pack, had Blake stuff it in my back panel, and then, now, it's not as organized as it used to be, but, it was a very quick one-handle pull solution, swapping my essential items. All right. We've rambled about this for a while. Do y'all want to go through a tier list real quick?
Sure.
Boom! So what are we calling this?
We have to decide what it is first, since that was never decided.
That's important. Also, how can I stream this?
Is it gun celebrities or is it Guntubers?
That's a good question. Hold, please, actually. I really need a third monitor right now. Stop streaming. Share your screen. Applications paint. Okay, there. Now they can see faces and... Okay, so they need to see the full window. Okay, there we go. Now we can see faces and the tier list. Gonna zoom in on... Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
There we go. Is that good? Is 150 too much? Yeah. All right. Yeah, how do we want to do this? We want to do Guntubers or gun celebrities?
I think we should limit it to Guntubers, because if we do just gun celebrities, that's pretty broad.
Yeah, we could be here probably all day. Maybe we'll do... Yeah, and let's leave it... Let's keep it a pretty small category, because then we can go back and do more categories later. Like, I don't know, gun bunnies or guns of Instagram.
Yeah, we can do more than one episode like this.
So, oh, my mic just self-muted. Literally, the only reason I have this mic out on my headset is for side tone, so I can hear myself talking, so I'm not yelling. All right. Well, because like I can enable side tone on my desk mic, like my actual good mic, but then it has latency because it's not like a hardware side tone. So I just have this mic just pumping audio into my ears, my own voice. All right. Who do we want to start with? We'll do Guntubers. Do we want to do just wholesome or cringe?
Kennedy.
Tim Kennedy. Is he a Guntuber though?
You said cringe tier. You said cringe tiers.
But is he a Guntuber though?
I'm pretty sure he has a YouTube channel. I'm gonna go look.
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
Let's find out.
Tim Kennedy.
Or is he just an Instagram guy?
Oh, nope, he does. In fact, he has 154 subscribers. His most recent video, it looks like, is This is time to be united. Or this is a time, yeah.
There's no way.
And then there's
no way that's actually him.
And then there's a Joe Rogan. I'm gonna have to just like start flipping through screen. Oh wait, wrong screen.
Oh, he does have a YouTube channel, and it's so bad. Oh,
there we go. Tim Kennedy. This is time to be united.
Okay.
34,000 views. And then the video for that. What are 3 things that make you a better citizen with Joe Rogan?
With Joe Rogan.
What is this? What is this?
Oh.
Hold on. What is what is this guy? Can y'all see my oh, the audience can't see it. Y'all see this right now? On Discord, it's on Discord. In my stream.
Oh no.
Can you?
Oh god. What am I looking at here?
I don't even know. Freaking psychopath. I think he's literally talking about John Wick, and that's why he's in a suit. Oh, it is. All right, so
while wearing a white shirt.
Tim
Get the fuck out of here.
Kennedy. Let's find the I'm gonna ask. I guarantee y'all know who he, or y'all are gonna understand who he looks like in this picture.
He looks like the It's Free Real Estate guy.
Hold on.
It's free real estate.
How do I? Sorry, I am. I promise I know how to use computers. Just this is really dumb. Okay, can I just paste it in the paint? Oh, I can't.
Don't want you to know this, but the ducks at the park are free. You can take them home.
Screens. Screen
I wanted a duck.
one. Look at this, guys.
What am I looking at?
Oh, can you not see it on Discord? It should be on Discord. I'm streaming it to Discord.
His face
Yeah.
is big.
He
There we
looks
go.
like a great value someone we know in our group. With the way his beard is, yes.
Oh my god.
Cash Buddy, you're 10 times better than this guy. Yeah, we're sorry. All right.
Sorry for comparing you to him, but
So
Yeah, sorry.
his hair is a little
okay,
bit.
stop streaming. Let's see. Applications. Paint. Now y'all can see it, and then while we're adding them, they're just not gonna be able to see. Okay. So where do we want to put Tim Kennedy in the cringiest Guntubers?
He's at least A tier. I'm gonna vote for S.
I'm gonna vote for S too, honestly. This guy is the worst of the worst. I'm gonna put solid S tier. The way that
Weapons grade
he's
cringe.
oh yeah, the way that he's sold out to like Trigicon. Remember or not Trigicon? The Delta Point like mini or whatever. Do you remember that?
Mhm.
He was like, I got to
Yeah.
experience the Delta Point Pro Mini or whatever it's called. That just like replaces your rear
This is the
iron sight
only-
with a red point.
The
He's like,
only
this is-
solution.
Yeah. And then he was like, he's like, and this is my actual honest review, but then it was a paid ad. And then he was like, yeah, the dude has broken so many like FCC like guidelines and rules about what content creators can say and like how like all of his Instagram posts are things like, you know, I highly recommend this brand, da 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 da, and then you find out like it's a paid partnership like later on from a third party, and he completely just is like, yeah, guy's piece of cringe.
No.
Oh, my favorite. Have y'all seen when he did his like pop-up shop or whatever? It was like a 511 Tim Kennedy kind of shop or whatever, and then the wallpaper
Oh my
was literally just
God.
pictures of him. Like the entire store was like just
what?
nothing but pictures of him. Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can find
What
it.
the fuck?
Instagram. I think it's on his Instagram. It's literally like a pop-up shop of Tim Kennedy stuff, and everything is
That's
just
psychopath behavior.
Tim Kennedy. I gotta find this.
I mean, when you're
Wallpapering a fucking room with your own face. That is... Wow.
Well, it was his whole body. Oh yeah, dude's super narcissistic. Oh, is this it? Okay. This isn't the exact video I was looking for. Let's see. Stop streaming. This is very annoying. Screen 2. Okay, can y'all see it? Y'all should be able to see it in Discord.
Yeah.
All right. Look, it's literally just pictures of him. Oh, wait. Is it not going to show it again?
Okay, I thought you were saying it was like every wall was.
No,
just, like,
I'm pretty sure I saw
with him all over it.
Oh, I'm trying to find it. It's literally pans around and it's just pictures of him. You can kind of see it. I don't know if this is the same shop. I thought it was like a pop-up shop. But you can see it in the video when it starts. Like, see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures of him on the wall behind him.
Wow.
I would be embarrassed to walk in there and like.
Yeah, for real.
It's like, guys, look how many times I can put myself on my wallpaper. I've achieved so much in life. I did things in the army.
He's like
and
the gun community's version of Liver King, dude. Like...
Oh, I can't find more
Wasn't
stuff.
he proven to like be on steroids too? Like
Liver King, yeah.
Yeah, like yeah.
Yeah, he spent like $10,000 or $12,000 a month on steroids. Yeah.
So I guess it's not a pop-up shop because here's other pictures of him in like that same store. I thought for some reason it was like a one and done pop-up shop. Oof. But I don't even know what store. Like, is this a 511 Tim Kennedy collab store? I don't know what it is.
That might make it worse if it's a permanent storefront.
Yeah, it's not even like a meet and greet with Tim Kennedy. It's just, this is my store, guys. It's called Tim Kennedy's R Us. I hope you enjoy your stay of everything Tim Kennedy. Oh, I can't find any more videos. But yeah, there's, regardless, I was under the impression, or my memory, I thought it was like all the walls are just him. But there's at least one wall, as y'all saw in the video, of just him all over it.
Wow.
So, yeah. Oh, wait, is this him with, okay, I thought this was him with Pedophile Tactical.
We're spending way too much time on Tim Kennedy. We gotta move on.
All right. Who do you want to do next?
That was my suggestion. Who's next?
Yeah,
Taryn Butler.
Yeah, I was about to say, does he have I'm linking him up right now. Does Pedophile Tactical have a YouTube? Taryn Tactical.
Groomer Tactical Innovations.
Oh yeah, 526,000 subscribers. Pedophilia Tactical. All right, we're gonna look up Taryn Butler. Dude, I don't even know where to put him. Like, does he go straight to S tier just because he's a groomer pedophile?
S tier.
Yeah. Okay.
S is S for precious. Yeah.
My precious dude, the amount of websites that have gotten like cease and desist for that, like if you look for those videos now, they're like gone. Like you have to like go to the deep dark of the internet to ever find those videos again, because
because he got that Hollywood money now. Thanks, John Wick.
Yeah. Oh wait, that's the wrong paint.
Nikki.
All right.
Dude, I watched the last one when I was on the plane coming back, and they like a solid 3 minutes of that film is just a fucking paid ad for the Terran Tactical Pit Viper, dude. It's disgusting.
Oh yeah. That the fourth John Wick movie did not scratch the John Wick itch that I ever had. Like the first movie, great. Second movie, good. Third movie, pretty good. And then the fourth one, just I didn't enjoy it at all, honestly. All right, we got Terran
The
Tactical
Indiana
and
Jones Tim, man.
yeah, pretty much. Kingdom of the Crystal Skuldum.
All right. Let's get out of the. Let's go for some more positive influences.
Yeah.
How about like PSR?
Who's PSR?
Print, shoot, repeat.
Oh, dude, I forgot about that. I don't even know. Hold on. I'm not super familiar with his stuff. I don't know if I am confident in how I can rate him.
I'm not.
Who is this? Oh, it's this dude.
I'm gonna.
Oh, this
Yeah,
is wholesome
it's the
cringe.
HK slap
yeah,
guy. Yeah, exactly.
I have some of his stickers somewhere. How do we rate him? Because this is wholesome cringe.
Yeah, I would put him between E and F because every once in a while he'll do some shit that's kind of cringe, but I fucking love PSR, dude.
I have to naturally pick my favorite
put him in F
picture of his.
F for fan.
Yeah,
'Cause
F
I'm
for
a fan.
Me too. Sir, we are your fans, sir. Okay, Control C, Control V. We got to get the picture of him with the pink Glock.
Amazing.
That's probably still to this day my favorite video of him, and probably honestly a lot of people's.
Either that
All
or
right.
the one where he uses a flashlight as a suppressor.
Oh, I forgot.
That's a good one.
I forgot about that.
Or
Yeah,
he
he's
did
done
the
so
video
much-
with the glong.
Oh yeah, that was him. It was the Glock with the built-in bong.
The glong, yeah.
What about Demo Ranch?
He supports
Oh.
steel armor, so
That is true.
Yeah,
what is
I'm
his
gonna
name?
put him
Matt.
in the D tier. D for Demo Ranch.
Yeah.
What is his name? Matt.
Matt. something.
Matt Carricker.
Yeah, I'm not typing that. We're just gonna search Demo Ranch. Yeah, his and that's gonna lead us into the next one. His recent involvement with Brandon Herrera and Donut. I would say Matt used to be like Demo Ranch probably used to be in like an E tier.
I think.
Like,
yeah.
but Matt, like Demo Ranch used to be a lot more wholesome, and I feel like it is still kind of wholesome, but it's become more cringe. And
yeah.
I will show
Brandon's
you a
working
video.
his way
of-
up into the C tier, man.
Brandon
really
surpassed the C tier.
Brandon's
The amount of
already
bootlicking he's done. Yeah, Brandon has surpassed the C tier.
Obviously, I am not caught up with his shit.
Donut
then.
operator is right there with him.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
moved out
dude.
to Texas so Donut Operator and him could suck each other's dicks.
So what,
and
they're going in B.
and this is the Demo Ranch picture I chose. This is why
Amazing.
this is why he continues
The
to
thin
you know
blue line,
drop
brother, thin blue line.
drop down some tiers.
I'll
So
be
should
back
we
in a
put
minute.
him in D or C? I don't know. This picture alone makes it C worthy. I think.
In between. Yeah.
All right. We'll
Yeah,
put him right in
perfect.
between. All right. Now Brandon Herrera.
Is at least a C tier. I think he might even be closer to B.
Yeah, I
I almost want to put him C just because he's slightly okay with Grand Thumb, and I love Grand Thumb, so that might win some brownie points. But
he's also running for a political position, which in and of itself is in fact even here we go. Here's we can decide based off of this picture of him whether or not like where we want him in our where did the picture of him just go? There it is. That's the picture.
Oh no. Oh no. That's like making me want to go A tier.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's solid B material, if not A.
But, yeah. Yeah. That's a tough call.
We have.
The sad thing is, I used to like him. Like, I
used to
his
love
videos
Brandon.
were so informational. Like, he's
Like, we even have friends, I won't name them, but friends that have met him, like, in person, hung out with him, and had great, like, experiences and times with him. Like, the dude is super chill, well, far from chill, super fun, like an awesome dude, super wholesome. He had his like gun meme reviews. He had the AK-50. I mean, he still has both of those, I think. He had the Darwin Awards, like so many awesome series that I still sometimes enjoy watching, like gun meme review. But literally, I can't watch them anymore because I just see Cringe Lord.
Yeah. I think he's going to find his home in B tier.
I don't know. Make America Texas again. I don't know.
I don't even understand that. Like, what does that even mean?
And his obsession with our lovely 40% police folks out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he has testified against the ATF, but yet he also, licks the boot of statism with police. Oh, I forgot about his Kyle Rittenhouse collab. Oh, I don't know. Wait till Ian gets back.
He might be a while.
I don't know. I think we can slap him. Should we put him between A and B? Or
That's safe. And then if Ian thinks that we need to move him towards one or the other, he can make that call.
Sounds good. We'll stick him right there between A and B. And on that note, I just found a picture of him with Kentucky Ballistics, Demo Ranch, Donut Operator, and the AK guy, aka, Brandon Herrera. So we can do Donut Operator next. I'm saying solid A tier or S tier.
Yeah, I would definitely say A tier. He's like even on the bad police shooting videos, he's all about the police. Like he will make excuses for them all day long, and that, in my opinion, is just cringe.
Oh yeah. Also, look at this picture I just found of him.
Yeah, let Ian see the picture that you put of Brandon Herrera, please.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So we put him here because this picture alone made it. Hold on, I might be able to. Here, I'll repost it. Make America Texas again.
Oh fuck.
So we chose to put him between A and B, but we wanted to get your opinion on this before setting it in stone.
No, that's A tier material.
That's A tier. All right. We'll undo and we'll move him to A. Brandon Herrera, you have let us all down, except for the bootlickers and the statists. And I mean, you're probably down with Donut Operator right now. So, which leads us to our next one. Look how operator this man is.
So goofy. Like, he looks like he's wearing a paper mache helmet. First off, what is that?
Fucking cheese dick.
This is who critiques police shooting videos and then sucks the cops' dicks in the process. I don't even know what to say.
I have no words for him. A tier, all day.
Like, I understand he probably wasn't able to choose any of this gear, but that really dumb
when does the department issue us a wife? Am I right?
Like, I hate it. I hate it. No, I don't think we can put him in the same as Brandon Herrera. And my reasoning for that is, like, yeah, Brandon Herrera, is running for a political office, whatever, but he's also kind of testified hard against, like, the ATF. This guy is literally just a Fed who doesn't do anything.
Maybe we need to
between S and A.
Oh, maybe. To B.
Yeah, because I don't think he's quite S tier. I mean, although I don't know, he does suck the boot of statism, but I don't think he belongs with Tim Kennedy and pedophile.
No.
Tactical.
No.
It's a bad picture.
I think we have to move Brandon down.
Okay. We will undo this again. I'm sure there's a more efficient way to do this, everyone. Yeah, we'll do better next time. We probably won't. Like, I'm pretty sure there's like the tier list app, and I'm just doing this. Should we put him in A and B, like, but in between, or should we put him in B?
He can go to B.
Yeah, I'm okay with moving him down to B.
And that's only because Donut has to. He doesn't belong with the pedophiles, but he doesn't belong with Brandon either. I mean, despite them moving in together or whatever they're doing in Texas.
Making Texas America again, or making America... I don't even understand.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. Who's next? Who is the Kentucky Ballistics?
Kentucky Ballistics. See, that's a tough one because he's such a wholesome guy.
Yeah,
He's also a cop.
He's a cop?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
But he's far more wholesome than Donut Operator.
Cop, too. He's like a state cop, like, for Kentucky, if I'm not mistaken.
So wholesome. Why?
Yeah.
He's also not like all the time, hey guys, I'm a cop. So
yeah, he's not a dick about it.
Like, he's probably...
I would say I would put him at like a CD somewhere in
Hold
there.
on. I'm looking up just what kind of cop he is.
More like D. Probably more like D, because like you said, he's not.
Oh, he's a former Kentucky State Trooper.
Yeah.
So he's not currently a cop, but he was. But he was also a state trooper, not even like a small town.
Such a dad.
Let's see, what picture do we want of him? This one's kind of.
I think D. I'm gonna vote D. D for dad.
D for dad. He's not my dad, but he's someone's dad.
Yeah, he's definitely someone's dad. He's like dad cringe.
Okay, we will put him.
No, I mean, don't take my word for.
I think I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm good with it as well.
I think he's slightly more wholesome than Demo Ranch, who supports cops, and we put him between C and D.
And steel plates.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Right there in C, or right there in D. All right. Who else we got? Are there any like new faces? Oh, who did you say earlier today when we were talking about this?
We got
the Russian guy, FPS Russia.
Yeah, FPS Russia, the OG, the father of GunTube. Basically.
I would say, my vote's gonna be solid F tier with this.
I agree.
The dude literally got all of his stuff seized because of weed, and tried to tell the ATF to go F themselves, essentially, and then now he has a relatively based, from my understanding, podcast.
He also had his entire viewer base convinced he was Russian when he's just a kid from Georgia. Like, I'm sorry, but you don't get more wholesome.
Yeah,
I love him.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty.
Yeah,
funny.
like I don't know how he got all of his guns. If he's just like Pete Daddy's money, because I mean he was a kid when he started making these videos.
Yeah.
But I mean, I loved the dude in high school, and then I was so sad that the ATF literally raided him because the ATF is in fact gay. And then they found alleged, like, they literally, if I remember correctly, it was something like an ounce of marijuana, like in a wall or something, and they're like, "Yep, no more guns ever for you. We definitely found this marijuana legitimately.
You're a danger to the community."
Yeah, which is sad because I'm sure at some point it'll become legalized. So does that mean he gets all of his stuff back? Because it was all seized. Need I remind you guys?
No, it's all been destroyed by now.
Yeah.
They destroy it after like
what was able to be sold has been sold, and everything else has been destroyed.
So solid F tier, I think. Boom.
What about fucking Carnicon? Did you guys watch Carnicon?
Yeah, but not as much. And he's defunct, so wait, is he dead or did he just quit? I don't remember.
No, he just I don't remember what actually happened to him. I know he had some kind of terminal illness, I think, but I won't say terminal because maybe he survived it. But yeah,
I think from my remembering, he was relatively wholesome.
Let's find out more. Whatever happened to Dugan Ashley of Carnicon?
Because there was stuff about
Diagnosed with
him.
multiple sclerosis. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, he stopped making videos because he couldn't anymore.
But is he still alive? I know we talked to, like, he came up in the gun community news literally like earlier this year.
As of 8 months ago, he resurfaced about a year ago saying his treatments were going well, but I haven't heard anything else since then. Yeah, so.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thanks. I'll give him F tier, or at least E. Should we go with E? There was some cringe there that I remember, but I mean, also we're judging an ill guy that also made wholesome content.
He walked so PSR could run. His original music fucking slapped.
That's fair. We get it. E or F? I think I'll probably vote E. I don't think he's quite PSR or.
I'll accept that. I'll accept that.
Blake, what you think? Did you ever watch him?
I didn't watch him, so my vote on this one doesn't count.
You should go back and watch some of his old stuff.
He's hilarious.
Great.
I do want to pick the next one because I just remembered Lucas Botkin.
Aim Botkin. Okay.
Because I'm very split on this. Because on one hand, great instructional videos that may or may not be sped up. It has not been proven either or.
Botkin.
But he posts and his voice is less like this, but his brothers, no offense, brothers, if you'll ever watch this, y'all's voices really annoy me. all of them. But the dude is completely like actually self-made and has done all of this on his own. So I don't know.
And
I don't know how
their values are very good. Like I have a hard time with this one too.
Yeah, like relatively wholesome values. I think technically they're Christian values, which I mean a lot of people disagree with. But I mean he is standing on those. Like, so I mean you can't really argue that he's actually, you know, standing for his values, whether you can, you know, whether you think they're wrong or not. He has had some pretty poor hot takes about gays and stuff. So that's not great. But I don't know. Like,
and he's such a twat about it is the only like
that is true.
Have,
really. He has gotten probably a bit arrogant and cocky about it. But like I don't know, I struggle because like he's completely self-made and still puts out great like informative content. Like I started like skill-based shooting and like quote unquote combat-based shooting watching him. So I don't know. Like him and Grand Thumb are my two biggest like inspirations originally when I was like, you know, I could probably turn this more into just shooting at a bench and, you know, static targets from a bench. So I don't know. He's had some garbage hot takes and his videos may or may not be sped up. I think I'm going to vote C. I'm trying to find
I'll accept that.
Funny picture of him right now.
As long as he's on the top half of the board, I'm not going to be too upset.
Here we go. This is the picture I want of him right here. Oh wait, this is a WebP picture. What? I can't put that in. Yeah, I don't even know what that is. I assume it's some kind of.
What the hell is even that?
Hold on, I'm gonna. Oh, it's because it's. Excuse me. It's like an injected image into this page. Interesting. Will that save in a paint? Because I really do want that picture. Blake, what are your thoughts? Yes, couldn't paste.
I don't think I would have put him all the way up at C, but I've been out voted here, so I think C is acceptable.
We can meet in the middle on C. Okay.
Yeah, I'll accept that.
Everyone will accept that.
Okay, finally I found not D picture
So
I wanted,
you know
but
it's a good compromise.
A goofy picture of him. Oh, he's our first true C in this whole thing so far.
lawful neutral.
Lucas Boskins. And he actually found someone to marry him. Like half the people on this list so far are still single. Like Taryn,
That's
freaking
that's
Donut.
fair.
I mean, I think that's a fair argument.
Well, that's not surprising. I mean, 40%.
Donut out here. Or maybe Donut is married. I don't know. But either way, his wife is, I'm sure, on the receiving end of more than just dick. All right. Hot takes with Jamie. Who else do we have? There's so many more. Oh, what's the old guy? The one that is actually terminally ill.
Hickok 45.
Yeah.
Wait, he's not terminally ill.
Yeah. He has terminal cancer, does he not?
What?
I thought. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. Hold
That
on.
would be so sad, dude.
Maybe it's not hold on.
I feel like he has to be like he's not that cringe. The only cringe things he is he's very boomer, but that's not really his fault.
It's because he is in fact a boomer.
Because he's actually his boomer.
Like I thought he had like terminal cancer or something. Hold on,
Dude,
hold
I'm
on.
gonna be so sad if he does.
Oh wait, hold on. Here's a Reddit post that says, "Looks like we need to stop recommending Hickok."
Uh-oh. I mean, that Reddit is very...
I have noticed he's not well liked by bigots. Racists do not like being called out on national TV, and that's pretty much what Tucker Carlson does on a regular... Wait. Oh, he had Tucker Carlson on one of his videos 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I was just curious what you all thought about him, especially considering he's an NRA member.
What is a sheriff's auxiliary officer? What is an auxiliary officer?
Oh, that means he's a volunteer deputy.
So he is a former volunteer deputy and a retired middle school English teacher.
I could see that. Yeah. That makes sense.
The dude is 6'8". I had no idea he was that tall. Oh wait.
Oh yeah, you didn't see
he was featured in a webinar by Distance. Oh no, I mean maybe. Apparently he was also with FBS funny. Russia at one point. With Kyle, that's FBS Russia's name. I forgot that. In 2015, he was featured in a webinar by distance learning organization, the Snoring Desert Institution. In 2015, he was in a SDI video.
That just broke my brain for a second.
That's funny.
The Snoring Desert Institute. I really thought he had cancer, but maybe I'm thinking of someone else.
No, he's just a wholesome old man that likes to carve pumpkins with guns.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
And he loves smoking pots, which is hilarious.
Does he really?
Oh, dude. No, that's what he says. He puts a bunch of flower pots out on the range, and he says, "It's time to smoke some pots."
I forgot about all his quirky things.
Bro, I don't know. I might be thinking I literally can't find anything that's like, oh yeah, he has cancer, but I really thought
he doesn't have cancer.
Yeah.
So that I don't have to be sad.
Maybe I guess I'm maybe thinking of someone else, like 22 Plinkster or something. I don't know. It was an older guy. I don't know. Let's see. Wholesome video or wholesome picture. I love how for the people that I don't like, I find cringe pictures, and people that I do like, I find like wholesome looking pictures. This game's not rigged at all.
Over here.
Let's see. Save. Open file location. Copy. Paste. All right, where do we put this man? I'm thinking C tier. Maybe D.
For cringe?
I mean,
I would have said like
I'm
I would've put
probably
him at
like
E,
D.
to be honest.
Okay,
I would go E.
I'll accept E.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking auxiliary sheriff, former auxiliary sheriff, but he's also just kind of a boomer and probably doesn't know any better.
I mean, he's also an NRA member. He just doesn't know any better. That's like what you did back then.
You were just an NRA member and a racist. That's what happens when you...
Man, he's trying.
All right, so we'll put him in E. All right. Who is next? Oh, we haven't actually put Flannel Daddy in here.
I mean,
Old Mike.
I don't even know if I could say he's cringe at all. I love him.
But we can't leave him off the list, so I'm just gonna. I think this is an automatic F tier.
Automatic F.
Like when someone's over here.
Fail.
Yeah, F does not mean fail. That means wholesome.
Favorite or fan.
Minimal levels of cringe.
Yeah, and like what other YouTuber at the beginning of or Guntuber at the beginning of the video is like, hey, this is where the gun ammo, this is what exchanged hands, this is what didn't, like, I still really appreciate that about him, because like I'll watch other videos, I'm like, so is this a paid review? Is this like a sponsorship spot?
Yeah, exactly.
What is this? And he has still to this day full disclosures on that with wholesome content. Like, do I think he's like the greatest person of all time? No. Do we reference him in like the podcast and a lot of things he says and does a lot? Absolutely. So, old Mike, you're getting a good F tier. Also, I'm trying to find the picture I want of him right now. This isn't even the one I wanted, but this is the one we're going to use now. Forgot about this one.
Big Daddy
Unlimited. Oh no, Big Daddy Unlimited's a no-go now. Don't you? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that was just the picture that he had when he was still.
Oh, true. Now it's Snoring Desert Institute. Yeah. Or Desert Institute or whatever Micah or Charlie, whichever. Is it my who I don't even remember who messes up the SDI things. Charlie likes cocks on Instagram. Oh, we haven't done admin results.
I mean, he's F tier as well.
Oh no. I gotta put him at D now.
He's demasked and he's
post unmask. Yeah, he's
career cop.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about career cop there.
Like and probably one of the better types.
Cop, he was a tribal cop, dude. He was a white man tribal cop.
Yeah, but they did adopt him to do that. Isn't that how that works? Like he didn't like.
No, what?
Like how do you become a tribal cop? Like how does that work? I just assumed that they were like, hey, you apply and then
get hired.
Yeah, but did they not hire him?
It's
like the tribe not hire him? Like if the tribe hired him,
No.
So how does that work? So do literally white people get to choose?
It's the same as any other.
Cops
it's the same as any other job, dude. Like
but it's for the tribe. So like, do white people choose who polices the not white people?
It depends on who's in charge at the time. It's possible.
Interesting. I just assumed like
I don't
the
know
tribe
how it works, man. You'd have to ask.
Accepted him or like hired him on their force, but maybe not. Either way, his content has gone downhill after the unmasking. That's probably a hot take, but I will stand behind it. I was all excited for the unmasking video, and then I was severely disappointed 37 seconds after.
Yeah.
The unmasking video was a good video, though. D? Oh, wait, I just put him in there without... my vote's D also.
That's good. That's good. After learning this information.
It's not the same schizo content afterwards.
Yeah. We could have that was what we went to that channel and for, unmasked.
Cringy humor and hot takes.
That's true. We could have masked and unmasked admin. Because I would rate masked admin F and unmasked D.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to do that. We can have two admins. because the content changed.
Balaclava Man and admin results.
Yep. Yeah. We have the talking balaclava in F, and all the Sergey and loose asshole, and the homies, and now we're gonna have unmasked jackal, definitely a cop haircut.
Fed boy.
Yeah.
And of course, I found the picture of him holding the Poverty State, or the ACR at home by Poverty State Armory. Which I watched a video on Micah's channel the other day, and Micah was like super simping for it, and I wasn't okay with it. It really annoyed me. Micah was like, yeah, I don't really know how it holds up in the long term, like durability, but all my tests as far as accuracy and like my first 500 rounds have been amazing. You should buy it. And it's like, but you just said you have no idea. Yeah. Like, sorry, buddy. That's a horrible hot take. Like, I don't know how reliable it is, but you should definitely buy this gun. It's like, and it was sent to him by PSA. Like, the whole thing just wasn't a fan. All right. So we have the talking balaclava and admin results. Fun fact, I was literally telling Blake the other day, you showed me admin results when he had like 20 or 30,000 subs. Like when he was tiny. Yeah. Like you found him when he was a tiny channel. And you and I would sit there
I'd been watching
for hours.
For a while at that point already.
Yeah. Like we would literally just like be hanging out, like working on guns or radios or hacking on laptop, whatever. And we're just like, hey, you want to put on admin results? It's like, yeah, of course, bro. Just like watch his whole playlists. Who else?
Because I went down a kind of a YouTube rabbit hole one time and ended up finding his channel from his first Blood Diamond Car 15 video, like the very first one that he made.
Yeah, I don't know at what point. I think literally maybe my first. No, I don't remember what my first video of his was. It was so long ago. I have an old school like OG Guntuber for you guys. I don't know if y'all even will remember him. Hold on, I just want to show y'all a picture and see if you remember. Because this is like peak wholesome cringe. Oh, that is not the best picture of him. Hold, please.
Who is it?
Hold. Wait! It's like none of these pictures are just him. Like I literally just wanted a picture of him. Here we go. I found a very blurry picture of him. Dude, does this guy just not take solo, like, decent quality photos? Here we go. I found a good picture. Save images. Dang it, it's a web DP again. Why? Why is this a thing? All right, well here's a picture of them together. Is this so? No, that's a normal JPEG. We're good. Okay. Here we go.
Is it Travis Haley?
No. Oh, we haven't done him yet. It's. Do you all remember these guys? Or this guy?
I can't
like
see who you're talking about.
Iraqi veteran, not that guy.
Yeah, it's Iraqi veteran. 8888.
Okay.
Like 2015 YouTube cringe or wholesome cringe. Because they had like historical content at the time. They had like meltdown videos, which is literally I watched like all of those. I don't know. I think that's like kind of OG GunTube cringe. Yeah. Like not quite like Grand Thumb or FPS Russia, but I mean these videos are like 10 years old now, and he had some, everything from best guns for zombie apocalypse kind of cringe to like, hey, here's a historical video on different AKs we sell here at our pawn shop, and want to see how many rounds it takes to melt it down on full auto? We're gonna show you. So apparently he's still a thing, honestly. I didn't even realize that. Here's a picture of I have Iraqi veteran 8888 range day 2023. My only question is, What do the 88s mean? Question mark.
Yeah.
Was he born in 88 and there's another 88 in there for other reasons? Or maybe they're both Iraqi veterans born in 1988? I don't know. Sus.
I don't know.
I say E or D tier. I don't know if, like...
Yeah.
I'd say probably E.
E.
There with, like, Hickok.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
There we go. And then I also, through scrolling through his pictures, found some others, such as 22 Plinkster, Warrior Poet Society, freaking John, and
John,
Ian McCullough.
what the hell?
We can do let's do Warrior Poet next.
Honestly, rapid fire, I think all of those can go in E.
What? Warrior Poets had some garbage hot takes. And some very cringe stuff about, like, I don't know.
Paid too close attention to what he has to say, to be honest with you.
Like, he has a wholesome message, like the whole, like, Warrior Poet thing, but hold on, let me just...
Yeah.
We'll go to his website. He has his own rifle sling.
He's like, trad as fuck.
Sort of. Oh, hold on. He has a body armor section. Let's see what's in it. This might decide. Guardian, AR-500, Hesco,
D. Working his way up quickly.
Now non-branded stuff. What is? Wait, hold on. Who makes these pouches? He has like a bunch of just non-brand. What is? Oh wait, no, some of this. Oh, it's all HRT stuff, which is acceptable, I believe.
The steel plates, though, lose him some brownie points.
Yeah.
Yeah,
HRT.
I'll sign off on putting him in D tier. That's.
Yeah, I'll put him in D. He has some good takes. He has some bad takes. He has his book that I have not read. But he does have some relatively knowledgeable. What was he in his past life? Do we even know?
I thought he was a
or
ranger,
was he just a? I don't remember, honestly. Actually, don't remember. Wait, he has his own Warrior Poet barrels? Wait, he has his own Warrior Poet guns? Yeah, they're like Shadow Concepts Warrior Poet branded guns. Or Shadow Systems, excuse me. Yeah, I'll put him at D. What's his name? Is it John Lovell? No, not John Lovell.
John Lovell, yeah.
Okay, so it is. I'm just saying it wrong.
Yeah, he was 2nd Battalion Rangers.
Oh, okay. So he knows the stuff.
He served as a Christian missionary in Central America full-time after getting out of the military.
I mean, as a Christian myself, I that's
agree with
wholesome.
that, actually.
But he also has steel body armor on his website. And for that, I don't think he can pull himself out of D. Because after those rounds hit his steel plates, he's not going to have a D. It's going to be decapitated. D for decapitated dick from Spalling.
Decapitated.
So, yeah. And I guess just because he's a missionary doesn't mean he has perfect beliefs and values either. So, TBD, but I think he belongs in D for making some cringe stuff. What about Gun Jesus?
Ian McCullough.
Yeah. Of Forgotten Weapons.
I don't really know of anything. What can y'all enlighten me on anything?
He's very unproblematic.
Yeah, he's literally like stays out of anything. Oh, with the exceptions of the times he's dressed up as as some less.
Yeah.
There's some
Honestly,
pictures of him floating around. I forgot about these until I'm seeing him in other uniforms.
Yeah.
There's some pictures of him wearing some sus uniforms.
So maybe E just for that.
But he is super wholesome and teaches so many people about different guns. Let me find a good picture of him.
He's the only reason that us peasants have seen anything inside the Grey Room, so...
Yeah, that is, in fact, very true. Oh, it's another WebP photo. Someone tell me what a WebP photo is.
I don't know.
It's those things that you see on Omegle.
What? What?
Wait, that's not a thing anymore. Oh yeah,
it's defunct. Now you just see not webbed peas. Literally all the pictures of just him, like in the normal setting, are all web peas, and I can't find it. Yeah, he's shown us so many things that us mere, like you said, peasants will never be able to see from like, because of his affiliations with RAA, but also like the freaking HK stuff. Here we'll grab a picture of him with the G11.
Talking about.
Yeah, but what are some? I'm trying to think of the other. Like he's been in more than just HK's like vaults. Like he's shown us so many different things that'll also just never see the light of day.
Yeah.
I guess just everything's with this guy's face on it is a WebP format. Oh wait, no, this one isn't. This is the picture we're getting of him.
Oh.
The stream is super delayed for me, so I can't see it yet.
Oh. Wait, are you watching the stream through Discord or through YouTube? Like, are you watching the actual video on YouTube?
Discord.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know why that should be laggy.
That shouldn't be lagging.
Probably because I'm on Wi-Fi.
Oh. Big gay. Can you see it yet?
I'm just now seeing it, yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Yep. E tier. I'm fine with that. He's honestly, with the exception of like quite literally only a few things, stayed out of complete controversy and has had like no bad takes to my knowledge.
I've never heard anything. I've never heard him say anything that made me cringe.
Yeah.
No. Well, cringe maybe sometimes, yes, but like he has like some of the dumbest like cringy dad jokes, but it's like that kind of cringe. It's not like Tim Kennedy's face plastered all over his own wall cringe.
Right.
Who else do we have? Some of the OG Guntubers. Here we go. From wholesome beginnings to garbage now. We have Matt Best.
Oh. Me either.
Really? You never watched some of like his like OG videos from like the early 2010s, like the epic rap battles of like, them flying around in like the Little Bird or them shooting the miniguns and stuff, and now he's just like Pete Cringe. He's one of the owners of Black Rifle Coffee Company, if that says anything.
No, I never watched any of his stuff, to be honest.
Me.
I don't even. Okay. So it's just me. I'm thinking like A tier.
Does that make you cringe?
Maybe so. Why? I don't really watch any of his new stuff. Oh, he has a book. Let's see. Matt joined the army at the age of 17 and deployed 5 times to Iraq and Afghanistan with 2nd Ranger Bat. He's also currently the VP of Black Rifle Coffee, which, I mean, to me, that immediately is like A tier cringe right there. Yeah, if you drink Black Rifle Coffee, just don't. Oh, also, he's very
Next time you
political
go to do
for
that,
bootlickers and has endorsed, just don't. Trump and a bunch of it. Like, literally, there's a picture of him the other day, like, with Trump. He's like, yeah, he cares about our freedom and guns. And yeah, red flag laws. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, I think Matt Best officially endorsed red flag laws, or one of the controversial things that strip your rights away. So, yeah, based in his past, did some pretty hardcore stuff from my understanding. I know it's all public knowledge. I don't have any insider stuff. And then made some cool videos in the early 2010s, and now it's just peak cringe. So, yeah. Black Rifle Coffee Company.
Mhm.
Oh, he has a thing called Relentlessly Patriotic.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he stays in A. Who else we got? We got to throw a couple more up here. We have a lot in E and F. We need more cringe, guys. More cringe.
I feel like we've run through all of them that I really pay attention to.
I think we've got most of them too. We're gonna like look back on. Oh, what about we're missing like Travis Haley and what's his face the other one not Mike Jones oh, what's the other Travis Haley type of individual? I literally always get them mixed up in my head. Also, like, Special Forces kind of, like, literally, it's just a, like, different version of Travis Haley.
Oh, dude, are you talking about Mike?
Yeah. I think I said Mike
Fieldcraft
Jones.
Survival guy.
Yes. Yeah.
What is his name?
I'm just gonna have to look up Fieldcraft Survival
Oh no.
because I remember.
Mike Glover.
Yes, Mike Glover. That's it. We're like with our powers combined.
Easy A tier. Easy A tier for that one. Also.
Yeah, I'll put A tier for that. Like literal like Matt Best situation. Like did some cool stuff back in the day, and next thing you know, he's like on all these. Like, hasn't he been on like Joe Rogan a good bit and like a bunch of other stuff?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure has given some poor training advice. I'm trying to think of specific examples.
He was the one that did that stupid video with the GBRS group guys with the fucking chicken wings out like this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Homie knows better, too. That's what makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Here, I found a really dumb picture of him on his podcast. Which, funny enough, we're roasting on our podcast that has a lot less viewers. Like, technically, probably infinitely less viewers. Because we probably have 0 right now. Hey, we're self-aware here. Mostly. Alright, yeah, I'm fine with putting Mike Glover at A tier.
Yeah.
Okay, A tier it is. Blake didn't say anything.
Yeah, A tier sounds good to me.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm sure did some cool stuff back in the day. In fact, literally, here's a bunch of pictures of him in Tricolor Desert. So, yeah, what did he retire as? He was like a sergeant major or something? Yeah, he was. He was a sergeant major. Was he a ranger? What? I don't know what he was.
No, he was a Green Beret, I thought.
I don't know. Hold on, let me go back to the Fieldcraft Survival. I bet there's literally an About Us.
Yeah. That's why he was the Fieldcraft Survival guy and not a just combat arms guy, I thought.
Yeah, I bet there's literally like a write-up on him on Fieldcraft. Visit us. Testimonials. Survival blog About Us. Here we go. Founder and CEO Mike spent 18 years in the Army and was a government contractor. He served as a sergeant major in special forces in various positions, deployed multiple times to combat theaters. He's an expert in counterterrorism, security, and crisis management operations. And is the host of the
So would you
Fieldcraft.
say he's a COINTELPRO?
Oh no. I will say Fieldcraft has a couple actually decent products, but if I remember correctly, most of their stuff is just rebranded other brands.
Yeah.
But there was a couple
Their
things that I've
overlanding
seen.
stuff is okay.
Like some of these holsters just look like absolute dog poop. AliExpress. I put my logo on
Uncle
them.
Mike's.
Yeah. Oh, he has the medical, the ankle IFAK. I forgot that that's a Fieldcraft survival
Oh my
thing.
god, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some good products in here. There was like one thing, like a visor IFAK that I actually wanted for a while. It didn't look like they sell it anymore. I know he's had some good products, and I'm sure he's given some great training and advice in the past. I think overall, he'll hang out on A tier. What's the other one that we said? Travis Haley. I'm thinking probably like D tier.
I was gonna
Maybe
say D
C.
just because of his association with Greg Wong.
Oh, I forgot freaking Greg Wong, dude. Completely forgot about Greg Wong.
Which
The
also,
only-
Greg is an S tier in my opinion.
Yeah, I would
A.
say A or S. Yeah, Travis Haley, really the only I don't think I've personally seen a garbage hot take from him, but he's definitely had some like poor things in the past.
The part about the only way for freedom to endure is for people to send their fucking
Yeah.
children to fight for
Yeah.
the U.S. Army was pretty.
That was literally what
cringe.
gave me the idea for this whole tier list was a few weeks ago when I was like,
Yeah.
Travis Haley, Pete Cringe, and then the only thing I could ever find of that was the only like receipt I could find was that, and I was like, well, there's much cringier things you could say, but that is pretty bad. But oh my gosh, what is this picture on his LinkedIn? It's literally him like in a like super duper duper compressed pistol with some like fat SWAT guy standing behind him. Like, hold on. Can y'all see this?
Okay.
Look at like 300-pound
Yeah,
SWAT
what's
man
happening
behind
here?
him.
What is happening here?
I don't even know what to call this like ultra compressed pistol. Like, I don't know. No idea.
That guy looks like every out of shape police sergeant ever.
Except he's wearing olive drab, so he's more than likely a SWAT guy,
Is it?
which is even
It's
funnier.
not gray?
The guy on the left?
Yeah.
No, that's olive
That's
drab.
not gray?
Mm-mm.
Oh god.
So he's more than likely a SWAT quote unquote operator.
High speed as fuck.
Yeah, I don't even know what picture to say. Here we go.
Dude, that picture on the top left.
I saw that. That was
looks
the
like a
doing it.
fucking Chad.
Well, you may not like it, but at one point that was peak performance.
Yeah.
We might just. Here we go. I do like this picture of him with the MP5. Honestly, a pretty solid picture. All right.
Very,
Well,
early 2000s HK promo video.
yes. Have you seen some of their OG promo videos? It's hilarious.
Dude, they're so good. They're
So
so
we want
good.
D or C for Travis Haley.
D. He's pretty wholesome guy.
Okay.
Overall.
Yeah, we could dive deeper into like. Oh wait, what was the yeah.
Greg Wong.
Oh, Greg Wong.
Greg fucking Wong. A for sure. He tried to LARP as National Guard, bro. Like,
Yeah, I gotta.
for fuck's sake.
Wait, is this a picture of him? Yeah,
If
here
could
you
get
go.
his mugshot
Yeah.
on there, that would be incredible.
Oh no, hold on. I found this picture instead. Let's see what y'all think of it. Oh, it's a freaking
Fucking
WebP! Why? Why?
Travis Haley paid $50,000 to get that man out of jail.
Maybe Travis Haley should have been in C tier. I forgot that he was the one that bailed him out.
I don't think it was him personally, but it was his money.
Oh, I can't find it, dude. Yeah, I don't see his mugshot.
I'm gonna find it.
I did find a cringy picture of him, though. Actually, it's not the word. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Oh yeah, hold on. Y'all have to help me look at his rifle here because I don't know what's going on.
June 2nd, 2020, Gregory Wong, 31, was arrested early Tuesday by Los Angeles cops after he was confronted by genuine National Guard troops for posing as a guardsman and attempting to enter their formation. God damn.
I will say he probably did a better job than the guy that got arrested for trying to be Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s or whatever his name is, personal security detail.
I talked to one of the guardsmen that was there, and he said the reason they caught him is because he had a bunch of fucking like Gucci gear on and stuff, and the rest of them were out there looking like shitbags.
Oh, Sean. Rip.
Yeah, I can't find his actual booking photo. It's just the photo that they use for the news story.
That's all I could find, dude. Y'all look at his gun. I'm really confused what's going on here. Because to me, that looks like a bridged optic. And then I'm really confused what he has on the top. Near the muzzle. Like, I don't know what's muzzle and like what's...
It's a zoom cam. It's one of those airsoft cameras.
Oh, okay. So is this his airsoft rifle?
And that's a tracer unit on the end of the gun.
Ah, so it is okay, so it's literally an airsoft rifle.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I'm very confused what's going on with this, because none of this looks normal. Alright, so we're going A or S tier? Is he pedophile and Tim Kennedy level, or is he just kind of a dumb A tier guy? I think he's dumb and A tier.
Dumb and cringe, yeah. I think A tier is a good spot for him.
Okay, perfect.
Thought he was helping.
I'm helping. Alright. Have y'all seen like Prep Medic or any of those guys?
I've seen his stuff. I haven't watched it.
It's kind of cringe, but at the same time, it's he's literally teaching people how to build IFAKs and treat trauma stuff. I don't know. I'm out of people, I think.
Yeah, and we can always come back to this.
Yeah, we can put a pin in this. How long has the stream been so far? We're at 2.5 hours. Yeah, it's time to go, boys. We will further this list another time, or just make new lists.
Get some community input.
Yeah. I'm just sitting here staring at it, looking at what we've done. We've accomplished so much. Oh my goodness.
What is this?
I am how do I stop it? Stop stream. All right. I'm out of things to talk about. I have a headache.
Me too. I'm hungry.
Also, I never ate dinner. What are we doing? What? I was gonna say y'all want to go do anything for dinner, but we can't. Yeah, I gotta figure out something for food. I have a horrible migraine. Yeah, can we do one next week? I'll be around next week. Will y'all be good? It's Thanksgiving weekend, but I'll be done by this time Sunday.
Yeah, I should be good, because I won't be able to do the week after that. But
oh yeah, because you'll be gone that whole weekend.
I'm gone till Monday.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good for next Sunday. So, we'll see if it actually happens or not. But, guys, do we have any do y'all have anything else to add? It's been a long episode. I had no idea how late it was.
No, I don't think so. I think I'm good.
All right, my only thing
Just
is
let us know what you think about the tier list.
Yeah,
in
and
the comments or whatever.
Just remember, you can be like a whole lot of people on this list. Just don't be like Tim Kennedy or Terran Tactical. That's your takeaway for this week. Just don't be garbage humans. You know, do some good in the world. Don't be cringe. Don't be arrogant. I mean, a little bit of arrogance and cringe is okay at times, but you know, just be good people. Make the world a better place.
As long as you leave things better than you found them.
Yeah, it's like when you go to go camping, you don't leave it a garbage mess. So, yep. All right, we'll see you guys next week, and enjoy your week. And I almost just said something really out of pocket. I almost just said I'll tell you guys after the stream. All right, you guys have a good week. And hopefully we'll see you next Sunday. And I don't know what we'll do, but we'll have an episode. So, bye, guys. Oh, wait. I just tried to end the Discord.